Hi guys, let's move to the next section of the matrix, that is a transpose of a matrix. So what is transpose of a matrix? It is very simple here, that is nothing but transpose of a matrix. It is just an interchanging the rows and columns of a given matrix. The matrix which is obtained by interchanging the rows and columns of a given matrix. For example, I have taken one of the matrix here which is of order 3 cross 3. Now A transpose it is denoted by either A prime or A transpose, A to the power T. Either we are representing A transpose in this manner or this manner. So transpose of a matrix, it is obtained by if there is a given matrix, for this matrix we are taking the transpose. How we are taking the transpose? Just by interchanging the rows and columns. For example, here our first row is 1 2 3. This row is interchanged into our first column, that is 1 2 3. Next row is 4 5 6. That row is changed into the column 4 5 6. 7 8 9 is the third row, so 7 8 9. It became our third column. Again this one is of order 3 cross 3. Suppose if I took a matrix B which is of the form 1 2 3 4 5 6, so which is of order 2 cross 3, then transpose of that one, that is P dash, it is nothing but first row 1 2 3. That row is changed into our first column. Second row it is changed into our second column. So now order of this becomes 3 cross 2. So transpose, while we are taking the transpose, the order is also changed. For some matrix, for square matrix order retains, but when it comes with the rectangular matrix, order changes. So this is definition of a transpose of a matrix and example. Next, the properties. What are the properties of these transpose of a matrix? That we can see here. A transpose, to that if we take a whole transpose, then we will get the same matrix A. That is, if we take consider matrix A and take the transpose of it, again if I take the transpose of that one, we will get the matrix, given matrix A itself. And here Ka to the power A is equal, Ka to the power, Ka transpose is equal to Ka transpose. That is nothing but, if I multiply, where K is nothing but our scalar, K is nothing but our scalar. For example, if I multiply any scalar K to a given matrix, after multiplying scalar to a given matrix, then I will take the transpose of that matrix. Then that matrix is same as, I am taking a transpose of a given matrix. After taking the transpose, I am multiplying that scalar. So this matrix and this matrix both are the same. So that is going to be said in the second property. The third property, that is nothing but AB whole transpose is equal to A transpose plus B transpose. That is nothing but, if I take the sum of any two matrix, that is A plus B. If I take the sum of these two matrix, where A and B, if we consider any two matrix, and I take the sum of that matrix, and after getting the sum of that matrix, I take the transpose of that matrix, then this matrix is same as, first I am considering the A matrix and taking the transpose of that one, considering the B matrix and taking the transpose of that matrix, and then adding at that time what the matrix obtained here and this matrix both are same. So this is our third property. The fourth property, which is very important property when it comes in the transpose of a matrix, very important, please remember this property, that is nothing but AB whole transpose. That is nothing but, we are considering matrix A and matrix B, multiplying that matrix and taking the transpose of that matrix is equal to the, considering the matrix A and matrix B, taking the transpose of it and multiplying. That multiplication is purely, if here it is AB means AB whole transpose means, then to the RHS it becomes B transpose into A transpose, because in matrix multiplication, order of writing the matrix, it matters. Order of writing the matrix is matters. That is, it is not AB transpose, AB whole transpose, it is not equal to A transpose into B transpose. It is equal to B transpose into A transpose, because we know that in matrix multiplication AB is not equal to BA, that is not commutative. So please remember this property, very important, that is AB whole transpose is equal to B transpose into A transpose. Now to understand all these four properties, let's go with some of the examples so that you can understand these properties clearly. So here is my example, that is they have given a matrix A which is of order 2 cross 3, matrix B which is again it is also of order 2 cross 3, and they have asked to verify that A transpose whole transpose is equal to A, and A plus B whole transpose is equal to A transpose plus B transpose, and KB whole transpose is equal to K into B transpose, where K is some constant. Okay, so first thing is this one. So they have given a matrix A. So taking the transpose means interchanging the row into rows and rows into columns. So that is nothing but 3 root 3 2. It becomes what? Our first this row of the first matrix A becomes the column of the transpose. Then 4 2 0. Second row becomes second column. This is nothing but our A transpose. What they asked? Again transpose of this matrix, that is A transpose is whole transpose they have asked. So again transposing of this matrix is nothing but interchanging its row into columns. So 3 4, this row becomes column. Root 2 2, this becomes root 3 2, it becomes our second column. 2 0, third row becomes third column. So again this matrix is nothing but our given matrix A. So we have proved that or verified that A transpose whole transpose is equal to A. And then next is second verification. So they have given matrix A and they also given matrix B. Our LHS is A plus B whole transpose. To take the whole transpose, we must know what is the value of sum of that two matrix. So A plus B, it is nothing but 3 plus 2 5, root 3 plus of minus 1 is root 3 minus 1, 2 plus 2 4, 4 plus 1 5, 2 plus 2 4, 0 plus 4 4. So we got the A plus B matrix. Then taking the transpose is interchanging its row and column. So 5 root 3 minus 1 4. This first row has become our first column. Second row 5 4 4. This row has become second column. So this is our nothing but A plus B whole transpose. Then what is our RHS? It is nothing but A transpose plus B transpose. To take the sum, we must know what is A transpose and B transpose. So we have the matrix A here. Then transpose of A is nothing but 3 root 3 2. First row has changed into first column. 4 2 0, second column. 2 minus 1 2, first column. 1 2 4, it has become our second column. Then we have the A transpose and B transpose. Now taking the sum of that one, this becomes our 5 root 3 minus 1 4, 5 4 4. So you can check LHS and RHS. That is nothing but A plus B whole transpose is equal to A transpose plus B transpose. Then the third, what they asked is KB whole transpose is equal to K into B transpose. They asked to check this one. Now you can see here K, this is our matrix B. KB, it is nothing but we are multiplying the scalar K to this matrix. Multiplication means this should be multiplied to each and every element of this matrix. So I have multiplied it. This is our LHS, not LHS. So after multiplying, we got KB. Now I need to take the transpose of that one. So first row has changed into our first column, second row has changed into our second column. What about the RHS? First I took the transpose of this matrix B. So I got the transpose. After taking the transpose, I multiplied this matrix by the scalar K. After multiplying the scalar, we got a matrix where this matrix is equal to our KB whole transpose. So we have proved that KB whole transpose is equal to K into B transpose. So in this example, in the first example, we have came across the three property, that is A transpose whole transpose is equal to A plus B whole transpose is equal to A transpose plus B transpose, and the third is KB whole transpose is equal to K into B transpose. Now Let us go with the another example here to verify the fourth property, which is the very important property, that is AB whole transpose is equal to B transpose into A transpose. So they have given here matrix A and matrix B and asked to verify that one. So matrix A, it is of order 3 cross 1. Matrix B, it is of order 1 cross 3. So if I need to, to get the LHS, I need to multiply A and B. While multiplying AB, what first to multiplication, whether it is defined, we need to check whether it is defined. Yes, here the number of columns of first matrix is equal to number of rows of second matrix, so it is same. So AB is defined. So what is the order of AB? 3 cross 3, you can see here. So multiplying, minus 2 into 1, minus 2, minus 2. So first row is multiplied to first row is multiplied to first column. That is minus 2 is multiplied to 1, minus 2 is multiplied to 3, minus 2 is multiplied to minus 6. We will get a first row. Similarly, doing the matrix multiplication, we got the value of AB. So what we required? AB whole transpose. While taking the transpose, the first row, minus 2, minus 6, 12. It is changed into a first column. 4, 12, minus 24. Second column, 5, 15, minus 30. Third column. So we got the LHS. Then next is to get this one, B transpose into A transpose, we must have what is the value of B transpose and A transpose. So first I have find out what is A transpose and B transpose. Then I have multiplied B transpose and A transpose. After multiplication, whether it is defined, obviously it is defined. This is of order 1 cross 3 and this is of order 3 cross 1. So B transpose, A transpose, here 1, 1 satisfies. So multiplying, we will get the matrix. Again, you can compare the AB whole transpose and B transpose into A transpose. Both are same. Thus we have verified that AB whole transpose is equal to B transpose into A transpose. Next section is symmetric and skew symmetric matrix, which is the very important section in this matrix. So here before going, let's go with what is symmetric matrix and then what is skew symmetric matrix. First let us go with what is symmetric matrix. So first is a matrix which is said to be a symmetric matrix. The condition is if A is a square matrix. So remember, if A is a square matrix, then if A is a square matrix and if A is equal to A transpose, remember this one, and A is equal to A transpose, then matrix A is a symmetric matrix. Means here that A must be a square matrix. This is the first condition. Please make sure to check whether it is a symmetric matrix or skew symmetric matrix. The matrix must be of square matrix. If it is a square matrix, proceed. What is the second condition? Then A must be equal to A transpose. So it is a square matrix, then A is equal to A transpose, then click done. Then that matrix is symmetric matrix. So you can see here, I have taken one example here, that is root 3, 2, 3, which is of order 3 cross 3. Whether it is a square matrix, yes, 3 cross 3 or M is equal to N. So now let us take the transpose. What is our first row? Root 3, 2, 3. So first row is changed into our first column, root 3, 2 and 3. What about the second row? 2 minus 15 minus 1. 2 minus 15 minus 1. What about this one? 3 minus 1, 1. 3 minus 1, 1. So again this one is of order 3 cross 3. Okay, now check here. Root 3, 2, 2. How we will check the equality? Corresponding elements must be same. Can you see here? Yes, all the corresponding elements of these two matrices are same. That is, A is equal to A transpose. So when A is equal to A transpose, then matrix A is a symmetric matrix. Matrix A is a symmetric matrix. So you can clearly observe here that each element, we can observe here that Aij is equal to Aji. For example, if I take A12, that one is equal to A21. For example, what is A12? First row, second column. First row, second column, 2. This one is equal to what? A21. Second row, first column. That is this element. So can you see here? These two elements are equal. Similarly, if I take A32, that one must be equal to A23. A32 means third row, second one. Third row, second. third row second means this one is equal to what? A23. A23 means what here? Second row third. Can you see? Yes, these two are again equal. So in the symmetric matrix we have one of the property, that is Aij is equal to Aji. What happens when I is equal to j? What happens when I is equal to j? You can see when I is equal to j, there is nothing changes here. Aii is equal to Aii itself, or Ajj is equal to Aii. That is nothing but a diagonal element. So that there is no difference. It is same itself. It remains. It can be any number. Okay. It can be of any numbers. Here there is no difference. Aii is equal to Ai itself, which is nothing but our diagonal element. So this is regarding the symmetric matrix. Next is skew symmetric matrix. Okay, here the name itself, symmetric means which doesn't changes. So that is what we are seeing here. A is equal to A transpose, where there is nothing changes can be seen in the matrix. But skew symmetric matrix here. So what does this skew symmetric matrix means? You can see again here if A is a square matrix, again you should make sure that the given matrix must be a square matrix. If it is a square matrix, proceed. That is, if A is a square matrix and A transpose is equal to negative of a given matrix. A transpose is equal to negative of a given. What was here? A transpose is equal to A, but here A transpose is equal to negative of a given matrix. Then matrix A is said to be a skew symmetric matrix. Then matrix is said to be a skew symmetric matrix. So first, when you will saying that the given matrix is skew, first you should check whether it is a square matrix. Yes, it is a square matrix. Proceed. That is nothing but check. Take the transpose. If that transpose is equal to negative of a given matrix, then such matrix are said to be a skew symmetric matrix. Here you can see one of the property, that here it was Aij is equal to Aji, but here each element Aij is equal to negative of Aji. Okay, that is nothing but if I take A12, then our A21 element must be the negative of this element, or if I take A32, then A23 must be the negative of the element. Okay, so if I take here I is equal to j, at that time what it happens? Aii is equal to minus Aii, which is nothing but our diagonal elements. You can see here Ii J means it is nothing but A11, A22, A33, which is nothing but our diagonal elements. So this implies what? If I take this one to the LHS, it becomes Aii plus Aii is equal to 0, which is nothing but 2 times Aii is equal to 0. That is nothing but Aii is equal to 0. So Aii is equal to 0 means it directly implies that diagonal elements of skew symmetric matrix is equal to 0. So make sure in a skew symmetric matrix the diagonal elements are equal to 0. So here there is an example, A, which is equal to given matrix which is of order 3 cross 3. Now let us take the transpose of this matrix. What is the transpose of this matrix? 0, 1, 2. First row it becomes first column 0, 1, 2. Next is minus 1, 0, 2. Minus 1, 0, 3. The next is minus 2, minus 3, 0. It becomes minus 2, minus 3 and 0. Again this one is of also order 3 cross 3. Yet till now you have came across multiplying a scalar to a given matrix, right? If it was k is multiplied, means then that k is multiplied to each and every element of the given matrix. This one you have came across till now. Now here in the A transpose we are coming across the concept is that taking the common from the given from the matrix. That is how we are taking the common, means it should be taken from each and every element. So I am taking here minus 1 common outside. if I am taking minus 1 common outside means 0, it becomes 0 itself. If I take minus 1 outside, what is remaining? It's only 1. Minus 1 is taken outside, 2. Minus 1 is taken outside, here remaining is minus 1. 0, it remains as it is. Minus 1 is taken outside, 3. Minus 1 is taken outside, minus 2. Minus 1 is taken outside, it is minus 3. And minus here 0, it remains as it is. So after taking the negative, minus 1 is nothing but taking negative sign outside. Now you can verify whether this matrix and this matrix are same. If you multiply this minus 1 to each matrix, you will get this matrix itself. So after taking the negative outside, see what is this matrix? This matrix is equal to our given matrix A. You can see this matrix is equal to our given matrix A. So this one is equal to minus A. So A transpose is equal to minus A. So when A transpose is equal to minus A, then A is said to be a skew symmetric matrix. In skew symmetric matrix, what is the important property? All its diagonal elements are equal to 0. All its diagonal elements are equal to 0. You can see here. You can see here. Diagonal elements are equal to 0. So now you have learned about the transpose of a matrix, symmetric matrix and skew symmetric matrix. Upon all these things, now they have imposed here two theorems. So first theorem, what it is saying is, for any square matrix A with the real number entries, so the matrix A, it is a square matrix and the entries are real numbers. Make sure there is no complex numbers. So for any square matrix A with real number entries, A plus A prime is a symmetric matrix and A minus A prime is a skew symmetric matrix. So they have given a matrix A which is a square matrix and the entries of that matrix are real number. Then A plus A prime, it is a symmetric matrix and A minus A prime, it is a skew symmetric matrix. So let us go with the example before going through the proof. So if you once understand the example, then the proof will be easier for you peoples to carry out. So I have considered here 2 cross 2 matrix for our example. So what is the A transpose? It is nothing but 1, 6, 5, 7. Rows and columns are interchanged. Okay, now A plus A. First let us find what is A plus A prime. What is A plus A prime? 1 plus 1, it is 2. 5 plus 6, 11. 6 plus 5, it is 11. 7 plus 7, it is 14. What about A minus A prime? 1 minus 1, it is 0. 5 minus 6, it is minus 1. 6 minus 5, it is 1. 7 minus 7, it is 0. Okay, I will call this A plus A prime as by matrix C and A minus A prime, A minus A transpose by matrix D. Okay, so now I need to check whether this matrix, that is matrix C, is a symmetric or skew symmetric matrix. How we will check whether the matrix is symmetric or skew symmetric? By taking the transpose. So I will take the transpose of our matrix C. So matrix C is nothing but this matrix. How? 2, 11. It is our first row. It is changed into our first column. 11, 14. Second row is changed into second column. Now you can see the matrix C and C transpose. Both the matrices are same here. C is equal to C transpose. When C is equal to C transpose, it is clear that C is a symmetric matrix. What is C here? A plus A transpose. So A plus A transpose, it is a symmetric matrix. Let's come to this one. I am labeling A minus A transpose as a matrix D. Okay. Now I need to check whether the matrix D is symmetric matrix or skew symmetric matrix. So how we can check whether it is symmetric or skew symmetric? By taking the transpose. I'll take the transpose. 0 minus 1, it is changed into first column. 1 minus 1 0, it becomes our second row becomes second column. So if I take minus outside, it becomes 0 minus 1 1 0, which is nothing but our D. So D transpose is equal to minus D. You can see here D transpose is equal to minus D. This says that when D transpose is equal to minus D, our D is a skew symmetric matrix. What is D here? D is nothing but A minus A dash, that is A transpose. So A minus A transpose is our skew symmetric matrix. So by example you can clearly see here that A plus A transpose is a symmetric matrix and A minus A transpose is a skew symmetric matrix. Now let us go with the proof of this theorem. So what does, first thing, to prove that A plus A transpose, it is a symmetric matrix. For the first part, this one. So I'll consider, let that I'll call A plus A transpose as equal to matrix B. I mean I label it as by B. Okay. Now I will take the transpose on both the side. That is B transpose. This becomes what? A plus A transpose whole transpose. And we know that clearly A plus B whole transpose is equal to A transpose plus B transpose, which we already know that. So here it is in the form of A plus B whole transpose. This becomes A transpose plus A transpose whole transpose. Again we know that A transpose whole transpose is equal to A. Okay, we know even this one by the property of a transpose of a matrix. And A plus, I can interchange this one because we know that in the matrix addition of a matrix, A plus B is equal to B plus A, where it is commutative. So A plus A transpose. So A plus A transpose is nothing but our what we have taken earlier, that is B. So now here you can see that B transpose is equal to B. If I take, when B transpose, we got a transpose of a matrix is equal to a given matrix, then we call matrix B as a symmetric matrix. What is the matrix B? It is nothing but A plus A transpose. So A plus A transpose is a symmetric matrix. Similarly, for now I am going to say for A minus A dash, I am proving it is as a skew symmetric matrix. So again here I am taking that matrix A minus A transpose by matrix D, and I'll take the transpose on both the side. So that is D transpose is equal to A minus A transpose whole transpose, and it is in the form here also. We know that we know this property for addition, but when it comes with the subtraction, means it is nothing but A plus of minus B, right? A plus of minus B whole transpose is equal to A transpose plus minus B whole transpose. It is like this. So this becomes A transpose minus A transpose whole transpose. So A transpose whole transpose, we already know the property A transpose whole transpose is equal to A. So if I take minus outside, what does this becomes? A transpose becomes minus A transpose and minus A becomes A. So I can write it as A minus A transpose, right, if I taking A common outside. So A minus A transpose, it is nothing but our matrix D. So you can see here D transpose is equal to minus D, where you can see that the transpose of a matrix is equal to negative of a given matrix. Then at that time we will call matrix D as a skew symmetric matrix. At that time we call it as a skew symmetric matrix. But what about D? D is nothing but our A minus A transpose, which is thus A minus A transpose is a skew symmetric matrix. So we have proved that A plus A transpose is a symmetric matrix and A minus A transpose is a skew symmetric matrix. This is what the theorem they are saying. So in the first theorem, it is nothing but for a matrix A, which is a square matrix, it should be a square matrix and the entries must be a real number. In that case, these two are holding, that is A plus A transpose is a symmetric and A minus A transpose is a skew symmetric matrix. Now that next is theorem 2. Here what does that theorem 2 is saying? Any square matrix can be expressed as the sum of symmetric and the skew symmetric matrix. Means if you take any square matrix, it need not to be a diagonal matrix, any square matrix. It might be it is just a matrix. It does not comes under any of the type of a matrix. You can take such type of any matrix, then that matrix, but it should be a square matrix. Remember, it should be a square matrix. Then that square matrix can be expressed as the sum of the symmetric and the skew symmetric matrix. So this theorem is very important, not in the wise of proof I am saying, because this by this theorem we are going to do many problems, which is very important when it comes for your examination point of purpose. So you can observe clearly that A plus half of A plus A transpose plus half of A minus A transpose. Okay, I am multiplying some scalar half to this A plus A transpose and A minus A transpose. By multiplying this, what happens? Half A plus half A transpose plus half A minus half A transpose plus half A transpose and minus half A transpose get cancels. Half A plus half A becomes what? It becomes 1A. So we can write like this, right? We can write a given matrix A has half of A plus A transpose plus half of A minus A transpose. We can write this one. Means we are generally writing like how we used to usually write. 5 can be expressed as 3 plus 2 minus 1 plus 1. What we used to do usual certain times. Like this manner I have written. Not like this only. I have just gave one of the example here, that's all. In that manner I have written a matrix A. By theorem 1, we clearly know that A plus A transpose is what? It is our symmetric matrix, and A minus A transpose is nothing but our skew symmetric matrix. Okay. By multiplying any scalar to a symmetric matrix or by multiplying any scalar to a skew symmetric matrix, this matrix neither changes means the symmetric matrix retains as it is by multiplying any scalar. Even skew symmetric matrix also remains as it is by multiplying any scalar to a skew symmetric matrix. So when I multiply half to the symmetric matrix, this matrix become what? Symmetric matrix, and A minus A prime, which was already skew symmetric matrix, it becomes was skew symmetric matrix. Now you can see this one clearly. This one half of A plus A prime, this one is our symmetric matrix. What about this one? This one is our skew symmetric matrix. This one is our skew symmetric matrix. So you can see here it can be expressed as the sum of symmetric and matrix. Any matrix, it can be expressed as sum of the symmetric and skew symmetric matrix. This is what they have explained in the theorem. This is, they have written in the verbal manner. I have shown it to you people in this way. This is what it is expressed in the sum of symmetric and skew symmetric matrix. Okay, you can see like this type of question. They have given you one of the matrix. See, this is a random matrix. It is neither any type of matrix, what I said in this theorem 2. So this is our matrix. Order is 3 cross 3. So this is a square matrix. Then and they are asking you to express this matrix as the sum of symmetric and skew symmetric matrix. So you need to express it as the sum of symmetric and skew symmetric matrix. How we will going to express this one? You can see, means you already know that if you express matrix A as half of A plus A transpose and half of A minus A transpose, then this is nothing but, so you should, to express this one, you should get all these contents. So let us move with it. So first thing, let us find what is our A transpose. A transpose, it is nothing but first row 2 minus 2 minus 4, it becomes first column 2 minus 2 minus 4 minus 1 3 4 and 1 minus 2 minus 3. So I got now A transpose. Now next is A plus A transpose. So A plus A transpose, you can see here 2 plus 2, it is 4 minus 2 minus 3, sorry, minus 2 minus 1 minus 3 minus 4 1 minus 3 -1, -2, -3, 3, 3, 6, 4 minus 2, 2, 1 minus 4, -3, -2, 4, 2, -3, -3, -6. So now you got here A plus A transpose. Then it is nothing but you need to get half of A plus A transpose. Half of A plus A transpose is nothing but half. I am multiplying half to this matrix, that is nothing but 4 by 2, it is 2, it is -3 by 2, -3 by 2, -3 by 2, 6 by 2 it is 3, 2 by 2 it is 1, then again here -3 by 2, 2 by 2 1, it is -3. So now you got here one of the matrix. So I'll call this one as equal to C. I'll call this one as equal to C. So I need to check, right, whether this is a symmetric or skew symmetric matrix. How we will check? Whether it is a symmetric or skew symmetric. I'll take the transpose of this matrix. That time it becomes 2, -3 by 2, -3 by 2, -3 by 2, 3, 1, -3 by 2, 1, -3. You can see here that our matrix C is equal to C transpose. So C is equal to C transpose means then matrix C is our symmetric matrix. So what is our matrix C? It is half of A plus A transpose. So now this matrix is our symmetric matrix. Now similarly I am going with A minus A transpose. So A minus A transpose, it is nothing but so it is 5 and -2, -4 it is becomes -6 and -3 minus into minus it becomes plus, so it is 0. So now you got the matrix our A minus A transpose. So now what I required is half of A minus A transpose. I'll call this one by matrix D. So if I multiply half to this matrix to each and every element, I am going to get this matrix, which is nothing but our matrix D. Now I need to check whether the matrix D it is a skew symmetric or symmetric matrix. How we will check it? By taking the transpose. So by taking the transpose, first row it becomes our first column -5 by 2, 1 by 2, 0, 3, 5 by 2, -3, 0. So now if I take minus outside, this becomes 0, -1 by 2, -5 by, this is 2, -5 by 2, 1 by 2, 0, 3, 5 by 2, -3, 0. So this matrix is nothing but our matrix D. You can see here clearly. So D transpose is equal to D. This implies what? What does this implies? D is our skew symmetric matrix. So what does that D? D is nothing but half of A minus A transpose. So now you got that A plus half of A plus A transpose is a symmetric matrix and half of A minus A transpose is a skew symmetric matrix. Now I will write what is this half of A plus A transpose, that is, so this is nothing but our matrix C, that is half of A plus A transpose plus half of A minus A transpose, that is nothing but our matrix T. So now if we add this one, 2 plus 0, adding corresponding element, 2 plus 2, 0, -3 by 2, -1 by 2, minus it as it is, minus we are adding, since denominators are same, 3 plus 3, -3 -1 it is -4, -4 by 2 it becomes -2. Again here minus it as it is, denominators are same, 5 -5 minus 3 it is -8, -8 by 2 it is -4. Again here -3 plus 1 -2, -2 by 2 -1, 3 plus 0 it is 3, 1 plus 3 it is 4, -3 by 2 plus 5 by 2 it becomes 5 minus 3 it is nothing but 2 by 2 it is 1, and 1 minus 3 -2, -3 it is becomes -3. Now you can check clearly, this was our given matrix. So I expressed the given matrix as sum of symmetric and skew symmetric matrix. Because you have shown that this matrix is symmetric matrix here, and shown that this matrix is skew symmetric matrix, which you have shown here. Now by taking the sum of symmetric and skew symmetric matrix, you got the matrix given matrix. So you expressed a given matrix has sum of both symmetric and skew symmetric matrix. This is how, or the method where we are going to show that express a given matrix as sum of symmetric and skew symmetric matrix. Go through the method again. If you didn't get in the one shot, means go through this video again, so that you will clearly come to know that how we are going to express it as a sum of symmetric and skew symmetric matrix. So in the exercise, there is one of the question. They have given a matrix A, and they are asked us to verify that A transpose A is equal to identity matrix. So please be clear that here they are asking A transpose into A. So first thing, what is A transpose? We need to take the transpose of a given matrix, which I have taken here. See, cos alpha, sin alpha, it becomes our first column, minus sin alpha, cos alpha, it becomes the second column. So now I got the transpose. So make sure you are not they have asked, by looking in the one glance you will read it as A transpose A. By doing here you do it as A into A transpose, but in the matrix multiplication it is not commutative. Please make sure what they have given you are writing that itself. So A transpose A. So A transpose is our first matrix. Write the first matrix A transpose, then write the second matrix, that is nothing but our matrix A. So now do the matrix multiplication, which you are already now thorough with it. That is cos square alpha, minus into minus plus, sin square alpha. Here cos alpha into sin alpha, minus sin alpha into cos alpha. Here sin alpha cos alpha plus minus sin alpha cos alpha. Here sin square alpha plus cos square alpha. Here this get cancels. Cos square alpha plus sin square alpha, it is 1. So you got the identity matrix, which is of order 2 cross 2. So here it is of 2 cross 2. So identity matrix is also of order 2 cross 2. Similar type of this question is, you can see in the second part. You do that problem by yourself. So here they have given one matrix, then they are asking you to show that given matrix is a skew symmetric matrix. How we will show that? Because in the definition itself we know that the matrix must be square. You can see here it is a square matrix, and another condition which it should satisfy is matrix transpose of that matrix is a negative of that given matrix. So just take the transpose of this matrix. So you can see here 0 1 minus 1 become the first column, minus 1 0 1 become the second column, 1 minus 1 0 become the third column. So I took the transpose. So after taking the transpose, I taken the negative sign outside. So by taking the negative outside means I should take the negative from each and every term. So 0 as it is, by taking the negative outside I get here 1, here it is minus 1, 1 becomes minus 1, 0, minus 1 becomes 1, minus 1 becomes 1, 1 minus 1, 0, 0. So by taking the negative outside from each and every term, what the matrix obtained, it is nothing but our given matrix. So you can see here A transpose is equal to minus A. So when A transpose is equal to minus A, then matrix A itself is a skew symmetric matrix. Similar type of question you can see in the first section. There you need to show that the given matrix is a symmetric matrix. So there you used to which condition? There you must check whether A transpose is equal to A for 7-1 section. Then next 8th problem, it is a homework for you. And next here they have given you the question, that is they have given a matrix A, and they are asking you to just find what is half of A plus A transpose and half of A minus A transpose. So they have given you matrix A. First find its transpose. After finding the transpose, find the sum of A and A transpose. So you will get the sum of A and A transpose. It is nothing but a 0 matrix. If you multiply half to the 0 matrix, the resultant matrix is again a 0 matrix itself. And they asked you to find the half of A minus A transpose also. For that, first find what is A minus A transpose. Once you get A minus A transpose, take the multiply half to each and every term. By multiplying the half to each and every term, you will get another matrix. So that's all. They have just said you to find what is half of A plus A transpose and half of A minus A transpose. That's all. You are finding what is that elements. The next is 10th one. In 10th questions, I think there are 4 questions, I have solved only one. Here you need to express a given matrix as the sum of the symmetric and skew symmetric matrix, which I have already explained. Now here it is for 2 cross 2. I will brief it once again so that you can go through it again. So first I took the A transpose and I called half of A plus A transpose as a matrix C. To get a matrix C, first I need to find what is A plus A transpose. I did a sum of these two matrices, that is A and A transpose. I got the matrix A plus A transpose, and I am multiplying half to A plus A transpose, that is nothing but our matrix C. Multiplying half to A plus A transpose, I got a matrix. Now I need to check whether the matrix C is a symmetric or skew symmetric. So for checking, I just took the transpose of that matrix. By taking the transpose, I got the matrix C itself, that is C transpose is equal to C. So C is our symmetric matrix. Similarly, I called half of A minus A transpose as a matrix D. To get a matrix D, first I need to subtract A minus A transpose. By subtracting A minus A transpose, I got a matrix A minus A transpose. After getting the A minus A transpose, I multiplied half to that matrix, so that after multiplying half to that matrix, I got a matrix D. Now I need to check whether it is a symmetric or skew symmetric. How we will check? By taking the transpose. By taking the transpose, I got that D transpose is equal to minus D, then that D becomes skew symmetric matrix. Now I got one matrix as symmetric and another matrix has a skew symmetric. Now I will add that symmetric and skew symmetric matrix. By adding, I got a matrix which is equal to a given matrix. Therefore A is expressed as the sum of symmetric and skew symmetric matrix. So there are 4 questions. I think you can go with all the 4 questions, and 11th and 12th questions, it is multiple choice questions. So think with all the properties and then you can solve these 2 problems. And first 5 problems is also your homework problem only. First question, here they are just asking you to find the transpose of these 3 matrices, which is damn easy question. And here they have given you 2 matrices A and B, and they are asking you to verify these 2, which you can do it very easily by taking, for the first one, you will first find the sum of 2 matrices, then transpose, that is our LHS. For the RHS, you will take the transpose of these 2 matrices and then you will add, you will get this one. Then you can verify this first condition. And the second, here again you will take the difference of these 2 matrices, and for that matrix you will take the transpose, that is our LHS. For RHS, you will take the transpose of matrix A and B. After taking the transpose, then you will take the difference of it, then you can verify LHS and RHS. And similarly, here they have given another 2 matrices and asked you to verify again those 2 conditions, which you can do it by yourself. And here they are asked you to find, they have given A transpose matrix and B matrix here. See, you can see here clearly they have given you A transpose and B, and they are asked you to find A plus 2B whole transpose. A plus 2B whole transpose means how? This is equal to A plus B whole transpose is equal to A transpose plus B transpose. So A transpose plus B transpose becomes A transpose plus 2B whole transpose. 2B whole transpose, that is A transpose plus 2B whole transpose. So I can express this 2B whole transpose as 2B transpose, which is our property, scalar property. Ka whole transpose is equal to K into A transpose. Now you got A transpose. By this you can find, they have already given A transpose. Don't take the transpose of this one again, because it is already they have given A transpose. And find the transpose of B and find the, solve this one. This matrix is equal to A plus B, A plus 2B whole transpose. If you didn't get this one, I will do it. Okay, after, and the 5th one, again they have given you A and B, you need to verify all these things. 6th one, first one I have already done, second one I am asked you to do it here by yourself. 7th one, second one I have already done, asked you to do the first one. 8th one, it is homework. Here they have given you A, and you need to find A plus A transpose as symmetric, and check A minus A transpose as a skew symmetric, which you have already verified here. How you have verified means calling this one as C and this one as D. C is equal to C transpose means symmetric. D is equal to minus D transpose is equal to minus D means skew symmetric. That's all. This one I have already done and also explained. here I have did only the first one. I have left 3 to your homework. If the only thing is you will become thorough with your by practice. So these 3 are homework for you, and here are 2 multiple choice question. You should think and answer these 2 questions. So this is regarding your exercise problems. So this part here, it finishes with the transpose of a matrix and symmetric and skew symmetric matrix, and the last part is remained, which I can and the only one last part is remained. So but before going to the last part, you must be thorough with all these concepts, that is matrix multiplication, transpose, symmetric and skew symmetric matrix. All these concepts are very important and it is going to carry to your next section. So these, if you have any doubts, you can ask at any time. That's all.